It's not as pretty today because we're expecting a winter storm. Sedona's going to get rain, but Flagstaff could get up to 8 inches. So it's going to start about 5 a.m. is what they're saying. So I'm going to leave Flagstaff at about 5:30 before it gets bad. I'm going to be in Sedona all day, so hopefully they'll have cleared the roads by the time I have to head home. I've been informed that the canyon is the better route because they keep the roads clear. So I want to talk about something called reactive abuse, okay? Reactive abuse is what happens when someone is pushed and prodded and targeted and bullied and they lash out. They become so emotionally dysregulated, so angry, and I mean, because as someone who was targeted by one of the worst stalker groups on the internet for years, and the things that were done, I lashed out. Oh yeah, no, I fucking lashed out big time. I wanted to hurt the people who were coming at me, because why the fuck are you coming at me? I don't even know any of you people. Why are you coming at me? People that actually know me weren't coming for me. It was strangers on the fucking internet I'd never met. And it was fucking terrifying because I'm a woman who lives alone. And it made me feel extremely unfucking safe. So a lot of times my reactions, the things I did as a response to this targeting that I experienced, I drank a lot and screamed into the camera because I really didn't know what else to fucking do. So yes, reactive abuse. So people do this. They'll target you, they'll bully you, they'll push you, they'll poke you and prod you until you snap, and then they will point at you and be like, look what a bad guy they are. Look what a bad person. See, I was right. We were right. And when this happens in large groups like it did with me and like it has with Eli, I'm sorry, I just see a whole bunch of people going after Eli, ganging up on him, and he's out here trying to defend himself. And so maybe that's why I feel the way I do about Eli, because of what happened to me. And then say, well, look what he did, and then look what you did. And it's like when Tammy called the FBI on me because I sent her. She'd been on Kiwi Farm since 2018 and filing false police reports and threatening me. I had the text messages of her blowing up my phone. I found out that she had Haugus on her panel to mock me for him raping me. Okay, so yeah, that happened. But she still, oh, remember I called the FBI because you threatened me. You were on Kiwi Farms. You didn't stop until the FBI got involved. You basically called the FBI on yourself, dear. You called the FBI on yourself. So yeah, reactive abuse is a real thing. And it really fucks people up. When someone's pushed to the point where they just lash out because they just don't care anymore because they're tired of being fucked with, that's reactive abuse. And it just seems like all these people have come at Eli at some point, and he's just been responding because it feels like it's just been non-stop onslaught with him for years, and he just feels like he has to defend himself, because any one of you would. If it happened to you, you would defend yourself. And your defense of yourself might look like you're the bad guy, because, well, the way narcissists do it, the way narcissists push you, is they do it, they're kind of sly about it. They're subtle about it. I really hope I'm not going to fucking, God damn it. I'm doing the same damn thing. I need to go that way. Oh well. This is a terrible time of day. So that's all. I just feel like Eli has just been the victim of he's guilty. If he's guilty of anything, it's reactive. It's reactive abuse. It's reacting to being targeted. That's what I believe. And honestly, after all this, the fact that you guys have to go to court, that you can't just agree to leave each other alone, not talk about each other, just stay the hell away from each other, it just because somebody's got something to prove. It's an ego thing, guys. I know a little something about that. It's an ego thing. It's just ego. Man, this is so really pretty, though. The views are still really, really pretty. So, yeah, I mean, all of this could go away if people just left it. And that's what I've been saying, guys. My stance has been just everybody just leave Eli alone. Don't talk about him. Don't make videos about him. Don't restream him. Just leave him alone. It's really not that hard to leave somebody alone. It's really not. So, yeah, that's all. I agree with you. I think listen, she's literally just scamming. It's just a scam. She has no horse. She's never had a horse in this race. She inserted herself because that's what she does. It's just her. It's just who she is. She doesn't have a life outside of Facebook or outside of YouTube, right? Like, she doesn't leave her house. Online is all she has, right? Like, all of her friends are virtual. All of her, like, she doesn't go anywhere. She's literally just at home because she can barely walk. So she literally has nothing else to do with her time at all. Nothing. Zilch. Nada. So for her, this is just her life. And she's always going to be trying to insert herself in other people's situations because she doesn't have, like, she doesn't have any of her own ideas, right? Like, she's just got to steal ideas from other people. So she was just looking for a community to join. Because she came in swinging, right? She started shit with Scotty and all these other people. And she just keeps cycling through all these people and getting into, back and forth and yelling and fuck you, bitch. And blah, blah, blah. And she's doxing everybody. And, I mean, honestly, you just can't take that seriously. You really can't. You really can't take her seriously. Like, when you know, you really, it's hard to take her seriously. Like, you start to see. Oh, now without money, huh? Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, really. Honestly. Like I said, you get like an uncanny valley feeling when you look at her. Like, some people just look so fucking bizarre that, like, when you look at them, you're like, are you even human? Like, what are you? Like, I get that. I've met people that made me feel that way. Maybe it's because I have, spiritual discernment or whatever you want to call it, but I've actually, like, encountered people in my life, Tammy being one of them, where you just they're uncomfortable to look at and listen to because you're like, there's something off about this. This person's not right. Okay. Why do literally every time I take the wrong fucking, the roundabouts throw me off every time. I have to go all the way down and then turn around and come back. But the views are beautiful. Shit. I need to stop at a store before I head back to Flag. Is there a store? Probably not. There might be one in the canyon? I don't know. Oh well. It is really pretty, isn't it? So, Yes, reactive abuse, reactive abuse. I think if Eli's guilty of anything, it's reactive abuse. I think he was in the MGTOW community for a while, and they're pretty fucking brutal, those guys. They're pretty fucking brutal. I mean, the MGTOW community was designated by the Secret Service to be one of the most serious domestic terrorism threats. MGTOW. Like, for real though, the incels are the Secret Service thinks incels are a terrorist threat. They're potentially a terrorist threat. The fact that the Secret Service, which is, I've never heard the Secret Service come out and say, but it's because of their involvement in like 4chan and 8chan and the whole QAnon thing, and how much, you know, politics and presidents and political candidates get discussed, you know. I think Marjorie Taylor Greene had some sort of interaction with the Kiwi farmers, and so yeah, no, the MGTOW movement, they're really fucking brutal. I mean, they're dangerous. They're classified as dangerous by the Secret Service. And he was involved in that group. And I think Jamie was too. Isn't that how they met? So, yeah, it's just reactive abuse. What I've seen, okay, because everybody's been telling me Eli's this terrible person, but everybody just keeps coming at him and coming at him. And I don't see him actually doing anything. Like, whatever fuckery that he did in the past, right? I feel like he's learned from it, right? Like, he's not doing those things anymore. So why are they still coming at him that way? Things probably would have died down if Tammy had not entered the arena. I didn't say he's innocent, sweetheart. I'm just saying that whatever fuckery he was involved in the past, it seems like he's grown and learned from it, and he wants to do it, which I find to be admirable. Because it just shows that people, and they can be shitbags, and then suddenly have a need to do better, be better, and everyone should be afforded that opportunity. And if they demonstrate that they have changed, they demonstrate that they've grown. I mean, I've demonstrated real growth, right? I'm nothing. My life is nothing like it was even, 4 years ago, right? Bear in mind, understand that when I came to Arizona, I was fleeing from a man who had been drugging and raping me, and I was a fucking mess. I was an absolute fucking mess when I got here. And I'm just now stabilized. I'm just now to the point where I'm stable mentally and emotionally, and doing well in my life and my career. I've reunited. I was angry. I mean, I was and furious, and then when I would drink, that would come out, and I would just go off on people and cry. The fucking disgusting, ugly crying, right? And I'd be doing this all on live stream. So I wasn't even trying to hide what I was going through. And yet so many people had very little compassion and empathy. They like, most people could see, it's like, wow, she is really going through something. And then I would tell my story, and people would be like, well, yeah, that sounds fucking horrible. But like, Tammy used it as an excuse to mock me and call me a liar, and team up with the man who raped me. And that just gets overlooked. Like, nobody cares. See, here's the thing. The person who's nice to you, rude to the waiter, is not a good person. So that to someone, and you still want to hang out with them, and you're not. I'm saying, you are who you hang with. You are the company you keep. So if you're going to hang out with shitbags who did bad things, then you're a shitbag too. And if you're going to overlook and ignore that behavior and trust this person, give them money, give them your personal information. It's like, why would you do that? Thank you. I appreciate hearing that. And I feel like it's important for me to continue sharing my journey, my ups and downs, my you know, I am real, guys, and I don't think I've ever gotten enough credit for that, for just being honest and just being real about what I'm going through and what's happening in my life and how I'm coping with it. And sometimes I don't cope with things as well as I should. That's all of us. I'm allowed to fuck up. I'm allowed to make mistakes. I've been through a lot and I survived it. I actually deserve a lot of credit for that. I deserve proud for that. Like, my story is incredible. It's so incredible, people call me a liar and say it didn't happen. But no, it totally did. Because you don't lie about the things that I talk about. It's not smart to lie about the shit I talk about. If I were lying, I would not be out here saying these things. Now, have I been mistaken about like times and dates and whatever? Have I misremembered things? Yes. Because memory is a funny thing, isn't it? And I drink a lot. So, but to the best of I mean, the rape thing, that, dude, that happened. 100% happened. He even admitted it, but lied and said that I asked him to do that to me. And I said, motherfucker, I would never fucking ask you to do that to me. What the fuck is wrong with you? And the reason he did it is because he was trying to stretch me out so he could pimp me out to the crackheads in Buffalo. That was his plan. And that's why I had to flee. And Tammy cozied up to him. She was talking to him on the phone. She got a hold of him on Facebook. She was blowing up my phone, threatening that he was coming to get me and drag me back to New York. He was getting his bounty hunter license and he was coming to get me. She jumped right on that. Exactly. You know what? Some people are just, they don't share their stories because they know they can be targeted. They know that it can make them a target, right? A lot of people who go through these traumatic events similar to mine, they're too scared to talk about it. I am not. And if I can inspire someone who's been through something similar, or who's going through their own shit, and they're like, wow, Dana went through that and she's doing good, I'll be okay too. I'm willing to put myself out there and share embarrassing details of my life because I know we're all human. We all make mistakes and we all go through stuff, right? This idea that we all have to be up here perfect all the time to everybody. So at some point I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose the live stream because the canyon. So yes, I feel like I've been very honest, but you guys have seen the progression. Even those of you who came in late, like after I got to Arizona, you saw how bad off I was. And you've seen me come back from that. You've seen me almost completely recover. I mean, there's always going to be memories, you know, the memories are always going to be there, but I have to appreciate where I am now in my life and realize that those bad things aren't still happening. The hardest part about healing for people who've gone through trauma is regulating your nervous system so that you don't keep living in the moment when it's when it stopped happening. Like, a lot of times we get our nervous system, like our limbic system, our amygdala, like our whole body is when trauma happens, that stays with you for a while. That literally rewrites your fucking brain and your DNA and your cells. That trauma really fucks with you, and it can be extremely difficult, if not impossible, to overcome it, right? So healing requires mindfulness. Healing requires, like, whenever I feel like I start to have that reaction, that kind of like, you know, like bracing for impact, I just stop, take a breath, and just remind myself that it's not still happening and everything's fine. And I look around at the life I've created. I say thank you. I whisper gratitude. I just try to get myself out of that frame of mind of being traumatized. And honestly, I feel like Eli has trauma. But trauma presents differently in men, right? So I feel like the experience of being targeted the way he has, and also the shame of reactions that he had that he might be ashamed of, like he's looking back going, I really wish I had handled that differently, right? Like that was a stupid thing, and I wasn't thinking clearly because I was angry and what have you, right? So I feel like you can't go through something like that and not have it leave a lasting impact, right? Like, honestly. So that's all I'm saying is that, you know, I think Eli, no, none of us are innocent, guys. But when you have been relentlessly targeted by a large group of people, especially online, and they're all using sock accounts and fake, you know, and they're literally threatening you with violence. Like, they're threatening to come and beat you up, assault you. Like, how is that even, how are you getting away with that? Why were you, I mean, you literally can't do that. According to the FBI, you cannot threaten people on the internet. So I'm telling you, that's what the FBI told me. They're like, don't do that again. Don't let her provoke you into saying something that's going to get you in trouble. That's what he said. That's what the agent told me. Like, he said, it looks like she's trying to provoke you. That's what the agent told me. It's clear she's trying to provoke you, and you need to watch that. Like, you need to not let her, because that's what she's trying to do. So the FBI knows exactly what she was doing. She was not fooling the fucking FBI. I don't think it's possible to fool the FBI. So yeah. Yeah, so just all of this has gone on, and honestly, it sounds like crimes, like literal crimes, have been committed. That's what it sounds like, the stories I've heard. Looks like these people have been committing actual crimes, and no consequences have come. And it's just gotten out of hand. And now everybody's got to go to court. Got to go to court now. God, even in the rain, this is fucking gorgeous. There's just never a time when this isn't just wow. Oh well, I guess I'm not going to be able to go until I get back to Flag. So pretty. Wow. So this is Slide Rock Park over here to my left, and it's where people come to go swimming because the rocks are really smooth and the water's really clear. And I haven't been yet, but I'm definitely planning on going this summer. Yeah, it's really, really pretty down there. But yeah, so, you know, like I said, I don't wish ill on Jamie or Eli. I really wish that these two would just go their separate ways and focus on their lives and not arguing with each other. But I understand why Eli, because this restreaming and copyright is just going on nonstop. And honestly, I've no. Okay, so it's starting to snow. Oh, this sucks. It's snowing. It's more like hail, though. Like, it's not hail. It's, I don't know. It's not like normal snow. It's like balls of ice, which I guess is hail, technically. Oh, those poor people. And also, it's like cold. It's cold as fuck out here. Like, it just looks cold, doesn't it? So, interesting fact about Oak Creek Canyon is that apparently these are all oak trees, which look nothing like the oak trees that I grew up with in the Midwest. But yeah, there's like tons of oak trees in this canyon. I thought they were pine, but yeah, I guess those could be oak. I don't know. Oaks, Midwestern oaks don't look like this. I guess these are desert oak. It's so pretty though. This isn't bad. The roads aren't bad. I just hope they stay this way. Okay. At least it's pretty. So another reason that I feel it's important to share my story, my story now, is that, you know, I've embraced being a witch, right? I've embraced witchcraft, and I'm demonstrating how it works. I'm demonstrating that it works. Because the thing about my trauma is the sense that my power, my personal autonomy and power were stripped from me, right? It started when they drugged me against my will. It ended with the rape in New York, right? I felt like I had like I was forced against my will to be subjected to things that I would have never willingly subjected myself to, right? So witchcraft has empowered me to take back my power, call back my power, ward my name, right? Ward my whole life, you know, put protective shield of light around my life and my field and everything that has to do with me. Taking back my power, not waiting for a savior, because clearly nobody was ever going to come and fucking save me. I had to save myself, guys. This was literally me just fucking keeping going and keep moving forward and little by little getting my shit together. That's how I healed. Because there was nothing else to do but heal. There's nothing else to do. I mean, the alternative was death, guys. So I had to just get over it, right? But witchcraft, one of the things that witchcraft has helped me on just, I can't even believe how much it's helped me, is giving me back a sense of myself. No one will ever be allowed to touch me, harm me, ever again without my consent. No one will ever be able to do anything to me. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I am sovereign in my temple. I have a right to feel safe in my body and my home. And I do not consent to anyone stealing that from me ever again. And witchcraft, the power of witchcraft, is effective. Because when you know quantum, oh boy, roads are getting icy. When you understand the quantum field, and you understand quantum mechanics, you realize that literally everything is energy, and everything in your field is nothing more than a projection . It's a mirror. And so we are taught, right? We are indoctrinated, we are brainwashed, right? We're told that we're helpless, we're powerless, God is in control. And, you know, even you grow up hearing that, you know, God will take you when it's your time. Like, God apparently murder us. Apparently, this is why I don't fuck with the Christian God anymore. zero power. Take you, he's gonna take you, and there ain't shit you can do about it. Wanna bet? Wanna bet? So yeah, I mean, if that's, I was a Christian, most of the terrible things happened to me as a Christian. God, Jesus, none of those assholes saved me from anything. I had to save myself. That's when I realized that I don't need a savior. I am my own savior. I'm empowered to save myself. I've been empowered by the Creator to save myself. Oh, that ride home was not that bad. Okay, here's where it's starting to get here. Oh my God, Flagstaff. So yes, witchcraft gives you back your power. That's the main reason that I do it. Not because it's a cool aesthetic, which it is, right? But facing my own darkness, facing my fears, healing from my trauma, realizing it was not my fault, returning that shit to sender. Also, that's another thing you gotta do. Return all that bad shit to sender. Whoever fucking sent that shit, whoever put that shit on you, send it back to them. Okay, let's all just slow down. Don't anybody do anything fucking crazy. I'm staying all the way back here. Why are you all over the fucking road? Y'all see this? That red car? Are you okay, buddy? You're making me nervous. You're scared to drive. You don't have all-wheel drive. You're scared. You don't have all-wheel drive. This is why you have all-wheel drive. This is why you need all-wheel drive if you live in this town. Nope. I don't trust that car in front of me, so I'm just going to hang back here. I don't trust it. So yeah, I returned all the bad mojo to sender. Everyone who had put shit on me, who traumatized me, I sent it all back to them. I made it their problem, not mine, because it was never my problem. I am not obligated to suffer for egg because of someone else's bullshit. I'm not obligated to suffer because of you. Your cognitive dissonance, your emotional dysregulation is not my fucking problem. You don't get to abuse me because you were abused. And that's what happens. That's what usually ends up happening. The abused become the abusers. So I took my power back. I sent all that bad shit back to where it belonged. Warded my name. Warded my life. Warded everything to do with me. And I began to heal. It was crazy. I began to actually feel better. It was like measurable difference. It took me a while to notice, but eventually I did. Eventually I was like, wow, I actually feel better. My anxiety isn't as bad. And I'm not taking anything for it. I'm not on medication. Except for my stomach meds and my supplements, I don't take any medications at all. So, and the reason I can't take any psychiatric medications is because I've had 2 suicide attempts while on psychiatric medications. So doctors don't prescribe me psych meds. I can't be trusted with them. Because of the gastric bypass, because my DNA and everything is so, my metabolism, everything about me, I am not like the rest of you. I am a mutant. I had half my digestive tract surgically removed, and it changed me. And it changes your brain chemistry, your body chemistry, your metabolism. So medications will affect you differently after gastric bypass. So they can't just be putting me on medications to control my anxiety. So I had to figure out how to heal without drugs. I had to figure out how to heal. How to make peace with myself. How to be okay. And this is what I've done, guys. So I know what the fuck I'm talking about. No one can claim that I don't know what I'm talking about. This is what I've done. This is the life that I created when I got serious about my healing, and I took back my power. And things are continuing doing my job. I mean, I'm doing most of it. I'm not starting from scratch, but there's a lot of stuff that I'm like, wow, why was I not taught this? Like, this seems like I should have done this. So, yeah, I think what it is they have a whole new training program because they realized that their old program was falling short and critical information was not being communicated, and things weren't getting done that kind of needed to get done, so they had to retool the entire program. So now I'm getting the full benefit crammed into like a 2-week period. But it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. I got this. I have full confidence in myself because I do witchcraft, and I have made it a point to call in success. So yeah. So this is what I've done. I do it, and I'm saying this as much to myself because this is the kind of stuff that you have to tell yourself, right? You have to be your own cheerleader. You have to be your own hype, right? You got to hype yourself up. You got to tell yourself that you can do this. You got to tell yourself that you're a bad bitch and you can do this and you'll be fine. You're a fucking witch. You can do whatever there's nothing you can't handle, right? Witchcraft fixes everything. So, dude, you're in an armored car. Why are you going 12 miles an hour? Oh, okay. I see. Oh, we're behind the plow. Why is there a fucking plow out? So, yeah, that's my advice. Like, I don't do witchcraft. It works for me. I mean, it's astonishing. Honestly, sometimes I have to just stop and be like, wow. Look around, be like, holy shit. Look what you've done. Look what you fucking did. You thought you were failing. You thought you weren't doing that well, right? Because that's the thing, trauma, targeting, bullying, abuse will make you doubt yourself, right? Like, even when you're succeeding, you will still doubt yourself. That's what trauma does, right? And so sometimes I just stop and look around and go, wow, I'm fucking awesome. Look what I've done. Look what I came back from. You know, back when I was married and I had all this stuff, right? I really wasn't happy. I was deathly ill, number one, but I had this glamorous life. I mean, I did all this cool shit. I went on vacations and stuff, and that was fun. And there were a lot of great moments. I mean, I can't say that my life was, that I was unhappy or whatever. I loved my family. I loved taking care of my family. I mean, I loved belonging to a family. I loved having a family. I loved, you know, knowing I had a place that I belonged, and people who needed me. Like, I love that, because that's a very nurturing maternal thing, right? Like, I loved taking care of my family. I loved cooking, and I took great satisfaction in that part of my life, right? But that's over. That's done. I mean, my kids are grown. So none of that was permanent, right? And, you know, in hindsight, looking back, I missed a lot of red flags about my marriage that I just kind of overlooked because he spent so much time traveling for work that it was easy to overlook the extreme red flags that I look back now and I'm like, man, I should have left his ass. I should not have stayed. The way he treated me when I was really sick, like in the ICU needing blood transfusions, the way he was toward me, dude, I should have fucking left him. Had I not been so sick, I would have left him. He was absolutely cruel to me. Absolutely fucking cruel to me. I never told anybody because I was too hurt, and I couldn't believe it. Like, I kept thinking, I wouldn't accept that this man would treat me that way. I couldn't accept that someone I loved was so cold to me and clearly did not love me and was only with me because he felt obligated because we had kids and a mortgage. Oh, we're all behind the plow now. A plow I don't even fucking need right now. So yeah, I mean, I covered up because when you're married, you're not supposed to air your marital business for the world to see. You're not supposed to talk about that. You know, I was taught that, you know, when you have problems in a marriage, that you work them out. You find a solution. You learn to love each other. You make the decision to love each other even when you don't like each other very much because you took vows and you made promises. So I took that shit to heart. So when he was being a complete fucking prick to me when I was deathly ill, shit. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't want people to know. I just wanted to believe that he was just, I don't know what I wanted to believe, but I did not want to believe that he really hated me because it felt like he hated me. It really felt like he hated me. The way he would look at me, he really fucking hated me. And that was devastating because I was so sick and I just needed my husband to take care of me and to help me and to assure me that I was going to be okay. And he was just annoyed that he had to be there. I mean, that's the truth. And that was in like 2010 when I was going through all that. 2011. And things did get a little better because I got to Texas and started getting the medical care that I need, and I wasn't, you know, I was able to return to work and it wasn't as critical, right? And it seemed okay. He seemed like he was over it because I got better. And honestly, he was just mad that I got sick. He was mad that I was sick because he said, he was like, if you hadn't gotten the surgery, this wouldn't be happening. Like blaming me, right? For my doctor's malpractice. Like it wasn't the surgery. It was, I mean, the surgery played a role, but the negligence of my medical team, really, I'm lucky to be alive. So we got better. I mean, things did get better, and then Stephanie showed up, and then it was like within a year of meeting her, it was just like she really got in closet him. And I didn't know they had a relationship. Just my friend, you know, because we're both moms, you know. I thought we were just, and she was actually had a relationship. She was talking to Skip, you know, behind my back. They had a relationship that I didn't even know about. So I don't think they were having sex, but I definitely think. I'll tell you, the internet in this fucking town sucks. It does. It just Flagstaff has terrible internet. It does. It just does. I guess paradise has got to have at least one flaw, right? Aside from the high cost of living and the shitty internet. But other than that, it's fucking awesome. Love it here. So, you know, like, to be able to talk about that and to be able to look back on and see, like, these things instead of being like, Why did this happen? And that's how I felt for almost 10 years. Because it wasn't just the end of my marriage, it was like everything, right? The whole shit show that happened as a result, right? The divorce I could have handled. If I had just we had just went our separate ways, I could have dealt with that. But it was the being drugged was the thing. That was so fucking, I could not. I hated him for that. I went from you're the love of my fucking life and I can't imagine my life without you to I will never trust you again. You fucking piece of shit. I hope you die. It was that, I was done. It was that was the final straw. It's like, I stayed with you. You've been cruel to me. You're a horrible fucking person, turns out. And then you did this thing to me. You can fuck all the way off. We're done. And that is literally how my marriage ended. It ended because thrown in a fucking mental hospital. And then a year later, I tried to